Welcome back to our channel. Today we will be looking at the 2020 Volvo V60 Cross Country. I'm Migyu.
I'm Minnie.
And I'm Lara.
And welcome to Three Sisters Car Review.
So the station wagon is for people who really like the sedan but want bigger trunk space, but they don't want to drive a huge SUV.
My opinion is that usually most station wagons are very uncool and old. But this one is very modern and sporty.
So let's talk about the front. There are these black plastic trims which kind of acts like a protector from the wheels, and the black contrast with the texture and the color of the body. So the headlights, they remind me of paddle birds, like the things you hit with balls, because of this, it's like thin here but then goes into thicker area. But overall it's pretty cool, but shaped a little bit weirdly. This is the grill, and I'm not really loving it because of these metal lines, which really reminds me of braces. There are even more vents here, and underneath is this matte silver thing, I guess like a trim maybe, and it contrasts with the vent, with the color and also the texture, because this is metal, this is plastic. There are also more vents here, which I guess like they're not really vents because they are fake vents. There's also this sensor here, and overall it looks very modern because of all the contrasting colors and textures.
Okay, so now let's look at the side. So if you guys have seen other station wagons before, then you know that the sides usually have no volume whatsoever. It's just flat and no texturization. But here the proportions are really nice, and you can see that the proportions are always changing, and so it really looks like it's moving when it actually is staying still. This is shown because of the decreasing size of the windows, as well as the gradual downslope of the top, which contribute to the look of speed and sportiness, which I really like. Here I also do appreciate the all black windows because I think it looks really sleek and modern. And now down here, what detail I really like is you have the kind of matte trim, and it has some words here. If you guys can see, it has the Cross Country name on it, which I think looks really nice. Now onto the rims of the wheels. The rims I really enjoy because this pattern and the color, this dark silver, I think looks really futuristic and again contributes to the sportiness and modern look of the car. Now for the doors. Try opening the door. I don't see any difference for the handle per se. It just feels like any other one, so nothing special about that. And then to the rear view mirrors, like the handles, pretty average, but I do like this detail right here. And then one more detail I forgot to tell you guys about. There's a light right here, which will be really nice. Let's say you have dinner, you're coming back, and it's kind of hard to locate the handle, but this light here will help you with that. So, yeah.
Let's look at the rear. It's very unique because other station wagons don't have this design where the top is outward and the bottom is inward. Also, the tail lights are in the shape of an L. Right here are some gray or some silver rims, right here also. And here, engraved in the black plastic, says Cross Country. The exhaust pipes are not just for show, they're actually real. And then here are some sensors, but let's look in the trunk. It is big enough for Migyu, who is 5'5". So, it is very easy to access for me or for any child because it is very low. And even though it is low, it has a very big trunk space that will be very easy when someone is traveling. Let me try opening this. I think I can do it.
Let's move on to the driver's seat. So first impression, the seat is very, very comfortable. It feels very supportive and structured so that you can maintain your posture while you're driving. It's almost like it's hugging you so you don't move around too much. So we have the extra padding here, which is very, very comfortable, but many cars don't have this feature, but I do like this. So now over here we have the dashboard. All of these are digital, which is very, very nice. And you can have an option to control what you want to appear on here. And right now we have it set as a map, which is very, very cool. Over here we have all the functions. We can control the windows, child's lock, and we also have a cup holder and some extra storage as well. These details right here are very nice. It is very luxurious, as well as this wood detailing over here. As for the steering wheel, it's not too complex, so it's very easy to manage. You have some just average controls, as well as like a series type of control. And over here are the lights and the windshield. Right here is amazing. I really like how there is little buttons that are used, but they do have an iPad type screen here, so you have all your controls here, including the music to the thermometer and climate control. We have buttons down here, but these are only a few. Now into the center console, we have this part, which looks very luxurious. We have this wood piece, and you can't see on camera, but it has some texturization. You open here and you have some pretty large storage spaces and ports, and back here we also have even more storage. Here you just turn on the engine by turning this knob, and you can select drive modes such as comfort. We also have some parking assist. In here, pretty good amount of space, as well as ports right here, which I really like, because oftentimes the ports are right here and then the wires can get all tangled up, and that could be pretty dangerous if it interferes with your driving. But here it's nice and kept away. So yeah.
So let's talk about the passenger seat. On the door, there is a memory button, lock and unlock. To open the door, it's actually pretty satisfying. And when you close it, it's actually pretty easy to close it, and it's not as heavy as I would expect. On the top here, the stitching is just so elegant and beautiful. It's like they put a lot of thought into here. Here is like wooden texture, and the wood here, it like contrasts with the black stitching, and it also contrasts with the texture, because this is like a wood, and this is like a black leather. On the glove box, it's just like a plain glove box. There's also a pen holder. Up here, I am in love with this mirror. There's no heavy rims that are on usual cars. Up here is the sunroof, and it's a very, very big sunroof. Here is the light buttons. On the sun visor, there is the mirror, and the light turns on when you open it and turns off when you close it. To take it out of its place, it's actually really hard to take out and pretty hard to put back in. The holder thing, it's just pretty like other ones, except for that this is it's like much thinner than usual ones. Other ones are pretty thick, but this one's kind of thin. On the side, I am really blown away by this side, because there is, on the screen, I've never seen this, there you can have cushion extension and lumbar support. There's also a button to push it backwards and forwards, and to move the chair up and down. I really, really like the passenger seat.
Let's talk about the back. So the leg room is pretty good for me because I'm smaller, and I think that bigger people, like adults or something, will be okay with the leg room. So when I open the door, it's easy both ways. So right here we have some lights. It's on that side too. And we have the window button. So I'm a little nervous putting my feet here because it seems a little higher than usual. Like, it's very high. Because of that, it makes it very uncomfortable for my legs when I'm sitting. So the seat itself is comfortable, and the back side is kind of hard, not too uncomfortable for my back. And moving on to this thing. Here is a ski boot. I don't know what this is for, but then I think there's do you see this button right here? If you press that, there's actually a open space that you can, I think, like, put stuff in there. And then right here is the cup holder. It is very nice. And then, so, right here is the AC, and then you can put it high up or something, but I'll just stick to that. And then here is the seat warmer. Yeah. And then I can turn the AC on and off with this. And there's also a port that you can use.
Okay, so we are riding right now in the car, and it is actually extremely smooth, not too bumpy. Here we have a turn, so
I don't move that much, which is,
as you guys can see, we weren't like tumbling all around.
A little bit, we're tumbling around.
but not as much in like other cars.
Yeah. And also, I do have a lot of shoulder space. Minnie, you do too, right?
Yes.
It's very comfortable. And how's the middle seat, Migyu?
Yeah, so usually when I'm in the middle seat, I would usually be very cramped, but my shoulders can go like free.
Is it comfortable though?
Hmm?
It's not as comfortable as others, but it is pretty comfortable.
For me, I really like a good structured seat. So this one is very solid and has some very firm shaping to it. So I think that that's really comfortable. Yeah.
So we just finished reviewing the 2020 Volvo V60 Cross Country. I really liked it, and it was really nice. It had so much cool technology and buttons, and I think overall I would give it like a 4 out of 5.
For me, I really enjoyed how it was a really nice combination of luxury, comfort, and sportiness all in one. So my final score for it was 5 out of 5. After I warmed up to it, I found that I really enjoyed this car and would highly recommend it.
I think my opinion is that it has very unique stuff, and the more you get to know it, the more surprises you find. So I think I'll give it a 4 out of 5.